Hello, everybody. My name is Juan Carlos Brando. Thank you so much for having us one more time from our office in the city of Cleveland and Atlanta. We are hosting this show just to answer your immigration questions. So please, if you have any questions regarding to immigration, don't forget that you can send your question right away, and Ms. Wong is going to be answering your questions live, and it's going to be absolutely free. So thank you so much for joining us today in this show. Let's welcome the attorney Margaret W. Wong from the city of Cleveland, Ohio. Good morning, Ms. Wong. Is it cold over there?
Yes, it's pretty cold, but it's really beautiful with the snow and the people.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we don't get any snow here down here in Atlanta, but we get some of the cold, although it's not that cold as much as it is in Cleveland, Ohio. I loved the cold weather. I loved the the snow. I loved the rain and the ice right after the rain. So that's beautiful. I really like it over there. But let's talk about immigration, Ms. Wong, because a lot of people don't want to go to Canada
hmm
because it's too cold. It's very cold, but even so, Canada is looking for professionals. They are looking for people that want to work in Canada because they used to have birth control or birth politics in or policies in Canada, and that made them have some issues with the work power, the labor power in Canada. So now they are trying to find people that want to go there, but still people want to come to the United States and live here, work here, even if it could be easier in Canada. Why are the United States so attractive to immigrants, even when other countries are looking for immigrants to come in?
Because America taxes are a lot lower in Canada. Number one. Number two is opportunities are a lot more, I think, because it is what it is. America is still the best country in the world. I talked to some professional people this morning, and two or three of them are saying, "Oh, I want to move," and these are American citizens. And they say, "Oh, when I retire, I want to go to Spain. I may want to go to Vietnam." But still, for people from the world, America is still the destination, even though because a lot of Latino people, because a Spanish passport, all you need is one parent or one grandparent who is from Spain. You can easily get their passport. And Spanish passport is nice because they can come to America on ESTA, on a 90-day visa. That's the electronic. You don't have to apply for the tourist visa and they get denied and stuff. But that's the only reason. Like the Romanians, they get a Hungarian passport because that's EU. They also can come on ESTA. A lot of Chinese now, they're going to Mexico because Mexico is easier than Canada, even to get a Mexican passport. Once you get a Mexican passport or Canadian passport, you can come to America on e-visa or free trade visa. And the e-visa investing in Mexico is cheaper than from Canada. But that's really the only reason why people like or have to go there just to come to America. It's like a third country national place. But you're
Yes,
right.
and this
People
one
love America. I love
that's
America. Yeah.
yeah, I love America too, and
hmm
I'm so happy here. I work a lot, but I know someday I will be able not to retire, but to work a little bit less because I will be um, somehow more comfortable. I'm working hard right now because it's hard to make a living. If I take your phrase.
Very hard to make a living. Yes.
Okay, Ms. Wong, let's start with the questions that are coming from our audience, and the first question of them is as follows. This person says, I've been in the United States for 23 years already. Not married, no children, but I have a question. Can I still apply for the 10-year law?
If you don't have parents, spouse, or children who are either green card or citizen, you don't qualify for 482B, the tenure. You don't. And I'm sorry. You could apply or be denied and may consider fraud. So the answer is no.
And Ms. Wong, would this be convenient for this person to maybe think about filing for some kind of asylum, as many attorneys do, even when people don't have a case? Would it be convenient or not convenient in the condition of this person?
It depends if something, so for example, you are from Venezuela, right? So, but even Venezuela, the worst thing that happened is about 6, 7 years ago. But if you're from Hong Kong, for example, but Hong Kong went back to China in 1997. That Hong Kong went through the whole umbrella occupation about 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So you need to look at a change of country condition. If you never filed, it could also be change of personal condition or change of country condition. If you already have a deportation order, you could only look on change of country condition. But if there's no change of country condition within the last 3 or 4 months and no change of personal condition, I would not do anything. I would not do asylum.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. I appreciate your answer. Um, Sometimes some people just give advice just to get the money, or because they ask someone that really don't know the immigration law. So if you talk to an attorney, please believe your attorney what they are saying, because uh, some people just say, "Oh, my neighbor told me this, my aunt told me this," and it's not the way it should be, because the attorney has prepared, has studied, has worked really hard to get an answer for you, or to get the title of attorney in the United States, and also passing the bar, which is not an easy thing. So if you have the chance, talk to your attorney and trust your attorney. The phone number in the office of the attorney Margaret W. Wong is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Robin says, "Hello guys, good morning.
Good morning.
I've got bona fide or bona fide EAD this week for 4 years. Also has TPS with EAD as well. Can I travel with AP through TPS?" And then, well,
100% travel. Yes. Yeah, so you really have two work permit. You have a TPS work permit. You also have a bona fideness. You didn't tell me if it's a ward of court, like a 360 WAWA bona fideness, or a dependency actual bona fides, but both are the C14. They're good for 4 years. Absolutely travel.
okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that you can call the office. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Also, you can call the office, and it doesn't matter where you are, but the office of the attorney Margaret W. Wong has 9 locations: Atlanta, Cleveland, Columbus, Chicago, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is just one: 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Next question, Ms. Wong. Very simple. Can an Indian person file H-2B visa?
That's a very good question. H2B, H2A visas normally are more for the Mexicans because they're right. It's like a visa for 6 months, 9 months. But normally, sometimes they're late. You won't get it till May, and then you came, and then you have to leave by Christmas. Yes, Indian people can file. The thing is, normally it will not be approved because H2B has to be for farm workers, for animals. Most of us Indian people, we don't have the strength that the Latino people have or the Mexican people have. So normally, I don't see too much. I guess you can file, but I don't even think American Embassy would approve. Did not because H2B is two-step, actually three-step. You have to advertise for a job in 90 days versus a perm you advertise also, but it's a different case. So the answer is I won't do it for Indians. Working Indian, I know is hard. Most Indians, even Chinese, we all are more H1O1 because most of us are university level education. Those are H1O1 cases. If not, not so much H2B, maybe do H3, but Indian American embassy is very, very difficult. That's a
Okay.
good question. That's why most Indians, we go to Canada. I'm pretty sure one of these days, Indians would find out they can also go to Mexico, get a Mexican passport and come on and eat. That's why most Indian and Chinese too, we go to Canada to be a landed and then Canadian citizen and come.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. Don't forget that you can call the office. The number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, the next question says, good afternoon. Thank you for this show. What happens if I get removal order and I don't know it? They will come to my house?
This is what we call in absentia. Years and years ago under Obama, even the end of the Bush administration, under Trump, they will come to your house. Now, no more. I've seen cases where clients already have removal order, driving, get a DUI. ICE actually come, but ICE did not put them in jail and let them go. So Biden is changing, but in the last few weeks and maybe 2 or 3 months, I also see maybe it's a midterm. Biden is also trying to pick up. But no, if you have deportation, as long as you don't have a criminal record, they do not come to your house. Unless they're looking for someone else, they made a mistake, they come, they saw you. But even then, they normally don't take it nowadays. The past 2 years. Trump was bad at that.
Yeah. And now I think we have, again, the priority for deportations, right?
Right.
So yeah, if you are not a priority, they're not going to come for you.
That's good. You remember. Actually, I forgot because it's been so long with these priorities. Under Obama, at the end, that he by the 6th year, because he didn't have to run for the 5th year anymore. Obama at the end had priority, and they were even talking about DAPA, but DAPA never came. Oh, yeah, it's nice you remember history. Lately I haven't remembered all that because they're not picking up now. So.
And also in Georgia, it was very bad, Ms. Wong.
Oh, Georgia is terrible. Oh my gosh, Atlanta. But now they're very nice.
Yeah, now it's getting better.
Yeah, so
because in
kind.
the 2 counties that have more Latino presence, which is Gwinnett County and Cobb County, which are the biggest ones with Hispanic population and Brazilian population, they used to have the 287G program, but in Atlanta it was canceled. In Gwinnett County, it was canceled in November 2020. Wow. And Cobb County was canceled in January 2021. We were right there. The law firm was right there with the sheriff of the county. And they said no more 287G because this has a lot of problems for our people. And we are deporting people that we should not put in the hands of ICE just for security in the communities. So there are some good news and there are some bad news, but we stick with the good ones.
But before deporting the Latino people, they used to deport the Chinese people. They were so bad to Chinese, it was horrible. And I speak fluent Chinese, so I was so frustrated. But then came the Latinos, they forgot about us. Yes. So.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. Don't forget, the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. The next question says, hi, my mom lives in Colombia. She used to have a tourist visa, but it was until October last year. She requested the renewal of her visa, and it was on December 21st. They said they would receive that she would receive the passport back in 15 days, but they called her. She didn't answer, and now it looks like they want to deny the request. Is there something we can do?
There are 2 issues here. When you apply for the tourist visa, you don't need to give them the passport. So did mom's passport expire? And mom, because anytime you do a tourist visa extension, you need an unexpired passport. So are you talking about tourist visa they will not extend, or mom's passport they do not extend? Because passport
Um,
is issued by your own country.
she was trying to extend the tourist visa.
So if you came in June, right? You have a tourist visa until October of last year. So in September, you probably requested extension. So what is happening on
She
December 21st?
requested in December 21st.
Right, but then it's late because if your tourist visas only go till October, you should apply the extension in September. Why did you only apply in
She's in
December?
Colombia. She's in Colombia. They do it.
Oh, I got it. I got it. So the mom tourist, okay, look at USDIS. Okay, I got it. There's a new law that just came out saying there's a non-immigrant visa waiver interview. So look at that because probably when you applied that new law didn't come in. There's a new thing by Biden and the White House. They're starting a interview waiver. So as your mom have a tourist visa up to October, so I know the stamp, the 10-year stamp in the mom's passport expired, but because she needs a new passport. So once mom got a new passport, look at that interview waiver, it goes Dropbox. Apply for new DS-160, put the visa. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Ms. Wong, I lost connection
No,
with
it's okay. So I
something
got
happened
it.
here. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So the question is the multiple tourist visa expired in October. She needed a new passport to apply for new tourist visa. Before you do anything, new thing just came out, new law, new regulations, new memo just came out. Look into usdos.gov. There's a non-immigrant visa interview waiver. So once you get the new passport, go ahead and do a new DS-160, but look at the rules because I think now they apply, each country is different, American embassy. Now you don't need to go to a interview and they will, I mean, they should approve. So read that because it came out after you filed for this.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for your answer. And well, this is interesting because it's something new that people are not applying in front of the window. That's actually really frightening.
Nice.
It's
Right.
really scary to go there. And I remember an Asian person in front of me, and Asian people in my country, they have a lot of money because they work really hard. And he showed everything, and the officer was even smiling and being really nice, and she said, I am sorry, your visa has been denied, and she put the papers back, the documents back. So I was freaking out because I said, if he was denied and he has more money than I do, then I'm gonna be denied too. And I got approved, I got granted. So I don't know what the criteria is about.
God is with us. Right.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. We have some questions from yesterday's show, so I'm gonna read them. Some of them are in Spanish, but they were asking us to please ask you the questions in English and get back to them. Um, I have a question about my process and my status here in the United States because I have been waiting for so long and I don't have an answer. How can I see what's going on with my case? Should I call to USCIS or there's a website that I can go to?
There is a website, it's called USCIS.gov. It's a beautiful website. It really improved from even 2 or 3 years ago. Now you can open your own My Account, you can send email. So you need that, whatever you file, you didn't tell me which agency, because immigration have CIS, CBP, and the courts and ACC, which is the OPLA, which is the the government lawyers. So it depends on which department. You have HSI, which is they investigate criminal stuff. They investigate marriage fraud. So it depends on what department. You always need that receipt notice, what you filed. So once you get the receipt notice, go on the web, type in the receipt notice is there. They also now have a web for court cases. They have a web for everything. So it's easy to get on the web. National Visa Center now, they also have a web, but they stopped taking calls. USCIS, they still take calls, but people are not too smart there. And they say they'll call you back, and they don't. But still, there is people answering as long as you're patient and wait there.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. Don't forget that the Office of the Attorney Margaret W. Wong has been working on this field for over 45 years, almost 46 actually. And they have been working really hard helping thousands and thousands of families every single year. So please don't forget that you can call the office. They will take care of your case. They will give you the best attention in your language. And the phone number is just 1-216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Can a person from any country that have a legal status in the United States of America file a parole for a Venezuelan or a Nicaraguan?
I don't understand the question. So if that person is from Nicaragua, oh yes, I got it. So whoever can sign a 134, right? Yes. As long as you have asylee status, you have a green card, you're a citizen, whatever. So for example, I'm born in America, I can sign the I-134 for Nicaraguan, Venezuelan, Cuban, Haiti, Ukraine. So it doesn't, you could be, yourself is from Ukraine, asylum grant, you can sponsor a Cuban, no problem. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong. This next question says, my daughter filed a petition for me 2 years ago, and now I don't know anything about the case. She is an U.S. citizen. What could be going on?
Okay, once you pay nowadays it's $535, you should get a receipt between 2 weeks to 3 months. You filed it 2 years ago. Check in the receipt, go into the web, uscis.gov. There's a place called What's My Status or something, type into it, they'll tell you. If it's a child's case, if you are in the proceeding, that means if you're in court, it does take sometimes more than 2 years. As long as you have the receipt, you can call them, ask them, but depends. If you came to America undocumented and you're already in court, they take forever because anytime they see that fingerprint, that's a problem. But you have not in court, you plan to do a 601A, which means that you have parents or mother, grandparents, parents, or spouse to do a 601A. But 2 years is not abnormal. That's a problem with immigration. Everything is taking so long.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Everything is taking very, very long, especially work permits. So don't stress out, don't desperate, just wait. And if you have the receipt of the application for the work permit, you can go to the DDS, the Driver's Department Service, and just show that you have applied for the work permit and they will give you the extension. So don't worry about the driver's license because they will give it to you if you show all the documentation that you already filed for the work permit. I have 3 tickets for no license. I was told that this is felony. My wife filed a family petition for me. Is this going to affect my case?
The family petition, which is the I-130, would not affect it. It's when you apply for green card, it may affect. But 3 tickets with no license is really not that bad. It depends on your state. It should not be that bad.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. When is it bad for a person to have this kind of ticket?
It depends on the state. Because, see, that's the problem. That's why I'm also personally pushing the governor of Ohio to give us driver's license. New York, they're like right now, California, Washington, Maryland, they all give driver's license without work permit. People have to drive. The kids get sick. They have to drive the kids to the hospital. They have to drive to go to work. Otherwise, I cannot support my family. That's why I come to America is to work. So a lot of people like us, we all have uh, tickets with no driver's license. Another arrogant or annoying thing is that they saw that I'm Chinese, they saw I'm Latino, they saw I'm black, they stop me and they say, "Where's your driver's license?" Hey, there's no probable cause. Why are you even stopping me? Just because I look different? So that's why 287G. I mean, so you just need those of us who are citizens or green card holders really need to push your governors, your senators, your treasurers in your state to give us driver's license. But that's a good question. Under what circumstances are tickets like this? I mean, 3 is not good, but it's not that bad. I have some client in Atlanta, you pay like $1,500 a ticket. But no, they make a lot of money for us. So a lot of times police, they know we're easy target. We're scared to fight it, so we pay. Don't have more than maybe 5 or 6. I mean, 3 is not that good, you know. And I don't want other lawyers to yell at me and say, "Oh, you're telling people to have driving." But people like us, we drive. We take the chance. It's like gamblers, right? You go to a casino, even though you're not supposed to gamble, you have no money for your grocery, you still gamble. It's the same thing. You just have. I mean, that's addiction. But driving is like it's in America. We don't have like Japan, China, Singapore. They have a great rail station. Everybody takes a train, you know. But in America, you know, you just drive.
Yes, and we go everywhere driving a car. So, Ms. Wong, our time is up for today. Thank you so much for having us. We know you are coming to the city of Atlanta on February the 9th. So, if you want to make an appointment with the attorney Margaret W. Wong, please don't forget that you need to call. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Attorney Margaret W. Wong, and all the office that she has working, over 70 people working just for you. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. See you next time. See you next week. And looking forward to see you back here in Atlanta soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for everybody who has joined us today, don't forget you need to call. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. My name is Juan Carlos Brando. Thank you for having me today, and see you next time. Have a good lunch and take care.